been listening to the show. We've got a new cast member. It's Jenna. She's our digital director. She's 23 years old, just graduated from the Walter Cronkite School of Broadcasting. She's fantastic. You're very talented in what you do, so we're very grateful to have you.
Thank you. I'm very, very thankful to be here.
Now, in getting to know her, we find out she's 23. She's single. She's on these dating apps. She hasn't met anyone. You haven't gone out on a date? I think did you say 5 years?
No, I haven't had a boyfriend in 5 years, but I have been on a date. But it's probably been at least a year.
Okay, and then, so you were talking about your dating troubles, and then I was at my doctor's office. The place is called Benacer. And when I say doctor's office, it's not like I've got issues. I mean, I have issues.
Well, you do. You do have a lot of issues.
The gym that I work out in is connected to the doctor's office. You have to walk through the doctor's office to get to the gym. And when I'm there, Nick, the guy who I set her up on a date with, I don't know what his job is, but he's there all the time. And he just graduated, I think, from at the same school you did, from ASU, and I think he's either has a master's or working on his master's. And I was leaving there the other day, and they said, you got to find Nick a girl. And I was like, oh. And I thought, wait a minute. So I put this together. And the rules that I had were I didn't want you guys to talk beforehand. I wanted you just to meet. So about 20 minutes before their dating time, I texted and connected them so they would meet up. So Jenna, explain what happened.
So we met at Fogo de Chao, which was such an experience, by the way. That was like the craziest thing I've ever been to. It was just meat.
It's a Brazilian steakhouse, and they give you just meat. Lots and lots of meat.
Meat. But no, so when I got off work, I went to the mall because, tried to find an outfit. There was nothing. It was a struggle. I was freaking out, like all the pre-date jitters, going through it all. But then, we got there, and it's just so funny getting ready for a date, like all mentally, just all the things that you just like go through.
What did you decide on for your outfit?
It was well, you'll see. I took some videos, but it was like a brown little dress with a belt and then some brown boots.
Cute. Jenna has good fashion.
Yeah.
So you go to the mall, your anxiety, go on.
I'm nervous. I'm like, oh my God, quickly get ready. And it's just like, okay, I got to go. It's time. I get there. And we went inside, and we just hit it off.
You get there, where is he? Where did you?
He was outside. He was out front, like a gentleman. Just
he was?
waiting. Yeah.
First impression?
That's nice,
yeah.
It's hot out.
I know. I was like, you can go inside.
What did you?
He's like, I've been out here for 2 hours waiting for you. I get here early. No.
What was your first impression?
He just seemed really nice. Like, he was just standing there, because, I drove by, and I tried not to look, but I saw him. I saw him standing, and I was like, like, trying to act all natural, driving by. I'm like, eh.
What is it? Who talks first, you or him?
I'm sure me. I mean, like, I talk a lot. We know that. Like, I saw him, and I knew it was him, and I don't know if he, like, fully saw me, so I just, like, walked up, and I was like, hey, got a little hug, and then we went inside.
Wait, hold on. When you see him when you're driving by, right? Because, like, your first impression is your physical impression. Mm-hmm. So your first impression is like, this is what he looks like.
Right.
Because you didn't get to see what he looked like before the date.
No.
So when you drive by and you see him, you get a little preview, and then you see him. What are your initial, like, physical attraction to him?
I was like, he seems really cute, really nice. He was wearing a black shirt. I didn't check if he was wearing khakis. I can't remember. I think they were lighter pants.
Okay.
But no, he looked just like really just like kind, just like good vibes, like I felt that was the first thing. I was like, that was probably the best way that a first date could have gone for me when I haven't had one for a while. Like, I just felt very comfortable, very safe with it, just like very, very good about it all. But yeah, so we went inside this Brazilian steakhouse, which was like Disneyland. It was crazy.
Wait. Nick, our producer, has a question. Yes, Nick?
Guys, I just met this man in the other room, and he is beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I said.
My goodness.
I literally looked at
He's
Jenna.
got this chiseled jawline. I was like, I'm falling in love with you.
I still haven't seen it.
But you know what's funny?
Good-looking
Wait,
kid.
What's funny is if you start a relationship with this guy, we need to come up with another name for him. Because you got Nick, our producer, then Nick, this guy. But although he's from Albania, maybe he'll be Nick from Albania from now on.
Well,
Hey, did you go out with Nick from Albania last night? All right, so anyway, go on.
Well, okay, so he's from Albania, but crazy enough, so I was like, oh, did you grow up here? And he grew up in Ahwatukee, which is where I grew up.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
What are the chances?
Until he was 9 years old. I was like, no, you did not. Like, there's no way that you grew up in Ahwatukee. I grew up in Ahwatukee, and we've never, like, met each other. But
that's true. You feel like that's like a pretty small place for you, especially the same age.
That's what I'm saying. So that was the first thing where I was like, is this
you
meant
guys go to
be?
the same school?
Yeah. We didn't, but he went to an elementary school, and then he moved up to this area. But so we sat down, just started talking. I I feel bad. I probably talked his ear off a lot. So sorry, Nick. But no.
He's in another room where he can't hear or see us.
Okay, good. I was like,
so
can
he
you
can't
hear
hear
this?
you.
No.
But no, everything was great. Like we got on. I think I talked to him about Love Island for probably 45 minutes.
Does he watch Love Island?
I was like, you need to watch this season.
So he doesn't. He's never even seen Love Island.
No, he has. Weird.
Okay.
Meant to be. Meant to be.
Box number 2.
Awatuki, Love Island. I think those are the only 2 things I think you said you look for in a man.
Literally all I need. So there you go.
Like they fall in love in an island, we're falling in love in a place with a lot of meat.
Exactly. I'm falling in love in Fogo de Chao.
Did you eat meat? Like, were you eating?
I did. So this is the only thing. Not the only thing, but he really loved the meat. Like,
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
there was not.
I think he was hoping you were going to say that.
There was not a meat that passed that he didn't have his card flipped over for. But I was like, this man likes his meat.
He can chow.
You have to. When you go there, you have to eat all the
I
meat.
know,
It's
you gotta
fantastic.
take it in. But yeah, no, he was really there was times where we weren't even talking. Like it was just meat.
That's an alarming amount of meat.
So let me ask you this. Would you go out with him again if he asked you out again?
I would.
Really?
Yeah, I
Like,
would.
do you think if this segment's over and you walk away here, like, would you ever text him and say, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night?
Yeah, I think so. I think that like I said, I was so nervous going into it, and like just the immediate like relief of him just being like such a nice, kind, and great looking guy, but just like I felt so comfortable, and that's like the best thing I could have asked for.
And he's
going
really
into it.
smart, too, isn't he?
Oh, very smart. I know. He was like talking about his stuff, and then I start talking about my job. I'm like, yeah, I make TikToks.
Hey.
Post on Instagram.
No, Jenna, you are a great TikTok
Yeah.
maker.
Thank you. But no,
Okay.
it was awesome though.
So, and the goodbye, was there like a hug, a little
was a-
smooch?
No,
was
it
there
was
any
a
like?
hug.
Did he walk you to your car?
Yeah, we were actually parked right next to each other.
What are the chances?
I know, because
Box number 3. Check.
when we were walking out to the car, it was kind of like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. And then we were like still going. I'm like, oh, I'm right here, and he's like, I'm right here. One of those things. But no, it was just a hug goodbye. And then when I was driving home, he was like, please let me know when you get home safe.
Oh, my God.
He's into it.
He's
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Man,
that
he
was,
pulled off the perfect first date.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was like the best way that a first date could have gone. And yeah, and we did talk about John Jay for a while too. So that was a good conversation topic.
Oh, God. Okay.
Would you say, as we wrap this part up about you, that this is the best first date you've been on?
I would honestly, yes.
What?
Yes. It was great, good vibes.
I'm
and that's all you
excited
can
for
ask
you.
for.
Is there any way you're available to go to Albania for 4th of July?
I
With
think
his
so.
family?
I can pack my
It's
bags.
big there. I don't even know where Albania is. Do you
That's
guys?
what I said. I was like, where is that?
Anyway, good. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We'll play Doja Cat. We'll come back. We'll bring Nick in and get his point of view. Do we keep Jenna in here for that?
No.
No.
No, because he'll be guarded.
Yeah, because he'll be like, all she did was eat meat. Talk about Love Island. Meat and Love Island. All right, so we're kind of in the middle of a little bit of a dating game. It's like a live second date update. We talked to Jenna, who works on the show. She's now in a soundproof room in the other side of the building. She told us all about her date with Nick. Nick works at my doctor's office, and he just graduated college from ASU, right?
Yeah.
And which college?
It was the WP Carey School of Business.
Okay, and now what did you get your master's? You're getting
I'm actively getting it right now. So I'm on summer break.
So you're getting your master's, and then what? What's your plan to do with your life?
I want to go into hospital administration. So to even get started with that, you have to get a MBA.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Speaking of NBA, did you watch the draft yesterday?
No.
The NBA draft?
I was on a date. So.
Okay. So I connected you and Jenna.
Yeah.
Give us your point of view. Tell us about the date.
Thought it went well. I mean, it was a little silent at the beginning, and I kind of felt awkward. So whenever the guest came in, he just kind of kept slicing down the meat onto the plate, just kind of piled it up.
Oh, the meat?
Yeah.
But what about your impression? I know that your first impression of the meat was great.
Yeah.
But what about the first time you saw her? What'd you think?
Well, I mean, what did she say?
I'm not going to ask you what she said. That's
Okay, so bring us to the point where like
recovery.
you get to the restaurant and you are there before her or after her,
I
and
got
then
there
when
a
you
little
see
before
her,
her.
you think what?
I thought she was cute. She's pretty.
Okay.
Like when you talk, see, I think we were probably nervous last night a little bit, right?
Well, actually, I was completely fine until he came in around like 11. John Jay into the office where I was working.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about last night during the date. Were you nervous
well, I
getting
was
to the
saying,
date?
I wasn't nervous before, and then he came in and he told me whatever he said on air here, and then suddenly I'm worried about my shoes.
Okay, so you got a little inside your head.
Yeah, but like maybe an hour before I calmed down and I felt fine.
So when the date starts, what's your first impression of, like, you see her and you think she's cute, but when you start talking, are you finding common things to talk about? Or
yeah, actually. We both grew up in Ahwatukee. Both went to ASU, as you already know. Mm-hmm. Some other, both have plans to go up north for, not at the same time, obviously, but for 4th of July, going toward Sholo and Pine Top.
That's cool.
There, but
so what was the one thing that you and Jenna talked about that you were like, okay, I can maybe go on another date with this girl? What was her spark? What was her thing?
Seriously, because it's not necessarily anything she said. It was more that she's really expressive and fun. Like, I had a fun time.
Yeah.
Okay, did you think at the end of the night, I'm going to ask her for a kiss? Or I'm going to shake her hand? Like, how'd you feel at the end of the night?
I don't kiss on the first date.
You don't?
Hey.
No.
Okay.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get a vibe that she liked you?
I hope so.
Okay, but at the end of the night, was like, hey, I'll text you. Would you like to go out again? Was there anything like that?
I didn't ask that. I just asked her to text me when she got home safe.
Did she?
Yeah.
And then how did you respond? Thumbs up?
Basically, yeah.
You just gave a thumbs up? You literally give a thumbs up?
No, I said, okay, great. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Now, do you want to see her again? Do you think, like on a personal date without being involved with the radio station?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You do?
It'd be good not to, have to talk about it after.
Is that what the problem is? You want to kind of see it grow organically? Because I'm trying to read your nervousness just being in this room.
Right.
Yeah,
And you're nervous because I
see him every day and he's talkative as hell.
I'm sure.
Right.
So, but you had a few feelings were like, oh, this could be cool. But you don't want to, necessarily broadcast that. Is that where you're at?
I'm not a very, what's the best way to put it?
Outwardly expressive.
Expressive, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, it's just on air. It's a little more nerve-wracking.
I know there's lights, there's cameras in here.
But do you
You're more
see yourself,
private.
after the smoke clears of this, do you see yourself sending a note going, hey, Jenna, would you like to go meet up and, have a cup of coffee or have dinner again? Do you see yourself doing that?
Yeah, most likely.
Oh,
Okay,
excellent.
but this wouldn't stop you from hanging out with her because this is like part of her life.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't.
Okay,
Did you go to her
that's good.
Instagram pictures and look at all her bikini pictures and see that differently now?
No. Well, here's the thing. I thought it was a little unfair that you showed me pictures and you didn't show her anything.
Yeah.
Because the pictures I've seen of you, I think you're much better looking in person. And so I didn't want to show a picture. I didn't want
They
to
are
show
old photos. They are old
Here,
photos.
I didn't want to show a picture of you in here and have anybody put any kind of negative vibe in her head.
yeah,
That's why. That's exactly why. Can we bring her in real quick? Should we bring her in real quick? Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, what's up?
We also were just left a talk back about this thing.
Oh, good. Let's
This
put it
is
up.
so
Put it up,
exciting.
Mike.
Let's
Can you
hear
get
it.
her? Okay.
Everybody's involved.
Good morning, John, Jay, and Rich, and everybody in the show. This is Will from Peoria. I'm sure the suspense is killing us all, but when do we get to see a picture of Nick Chiseljaw from Albania?
Yeah.
I'm not
All
from
right, post him on
Albania.
the story.
My parents are from Albania.
That's what John Jay said.
Okay, but you're Albanian.
I was born in Phoenix, Arizona.
You're Albanian. Like, I'm Mexican. I wasn't
yeah,
born.
yeah.
My sister was born in Mexico, but I'm Mexican, but I was born here. But so you wouldn't say you don't check Albanian
Oh,
in the
no,
box?
I do, but it's
Okay,
not
look, here's
like
Jenna. Here's Jenna. Jenna's coming in right now. Look at her. Oh my God, we see how you guys. Are you guys going to look at each other? Are you guys going to smile at each other? Do you smile at each other? Have you not seen each other since last night?
It's been less than 12 hours.
Oh, really? So, Nick told us a little bit of a different story. Did you go home with him?
What?
Nick? I'm kidding. He didn't say that. I'm kidding. Anyway, what do you think? Jenna, he wants to. Well, do you want to go ask her out?
Yeah, sure. Would you want to go out again?
Yeah, I'll go out again.
Score, John Jay. You got to score. You got to score, brother. That's a check mark. Boom.
Also, I didn't keep up the whatever we talked about yesterday, keeping up the ruse in here. I gave up pretty quickly.
Oh, I just kept that you just really like the meat.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
kind
are
of what
you-
I kept too.
You know what's not lost on any of us in here? You two have a little bit of a look together. It's cute.
Is
It's
it
stinking
big?
cute.
We got to
I
take
mean,
nice.
Nick is good looking and Jenna's gorgeous. So
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
look good together.
They look
We have
really
to take
cute.
a picture and post it of you guys together, like in a nice prom photo pose.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
blow it up at
And
their
then it could
wedding.
be like the next Love Island match.
Yes.
Did you guys happen to take a picture together on the date last night?
No, we probably should have.
Because I think it would be great just if this does work out. They got married. Here's the moment we first met.
The only picture we took was the one I sent you.
of a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Oh, they were eating dessert together. It was cute.
Yeah.
All right, so good. You guys are good again. So we need to. If this goes further, what are we going to call Nick? Because we have a Nick on the show already.
What's your
Well,
middle
he's
name?
Nick with a K, I'm assuming, right? Our Nick is a Nick with a C.
But it still sounds
It
the
needs
same
to be
though.
like
Peggy.
I think he would just be Jenna's
Good
Nick.
plan.
Jenny's Nick. But
Jenna's Nick.
literally, Nick back here and Grant's wife, both names are Caitlin. Like, we have a trend going on over there.
We're going to have to change our producer's name.
Yeah.
I think we're getting to.
Rich, when you and Stacey have a kid, you got to name him Kadeem.
No problem.
Oh my gosh. Kadeem Jr.
All right. All right. Well, Nick and Jenna, thank you both for going on the date.
Thank
so,
you.
like something good came out. It's like, this is good. Like, this is going to go forward.
Yeah.
Okay, great, good. Because we're going to send you on a weekend getaway this weekend to San Diego to the Catamaran Hotel, one single bed. All right. All right, that's second. Oh gosh, now it's just so weird. It's like a second date update vibe.